Hello and welcome to 6 Minute Crypto. I'm Linda and thanks for joining me again. So, today I'm going to start out by having the nurse in me give you a tip. Please go out and get your flu shot. I'm an RN. We've got a huge bad epidemic of the flu this year and get your flu shot. Why take chances? So, moving on from my PSA, I have got couple of things to talk about today. It's going to be a little bit lighter day. So the last few days, I'm already on episode number 4, which is pretty cool. Yesterday I did my second grade cards that I showed you the words on, which were kind of funny. Total. Anyway, I was cracking myself up because obviously if I was techie, I would know I was dreaming last night when I was asleep or thinking, I was like, wow, I bet you I could have just typed those into the screen instead of making these like pieces of cutout paper. But you know, I'm a cut and paste kind of girl. I understand that technology and it works for me. So anyway, if I'm a little not techie enough for you, sorry. But what I'm doing is just really journaling my journey through crypto and hoping that friends and family and other people that are interested can gather from what I've learned. I'm pretty lucky. I've got a lifestyle that leads me with a little bit more time during the day. My husband and I run our own business, TerraFlow, build mountain bike trails across the United States and convert ski areas to downhill trails. So we have a pretty rad job, but we are off a lot in the wintertime and live up here in Whitefish, Montana. So anyway, I'm also a nurse, so I dabble. And I got 2 kids. One's pro skier, so I have a cool life. The other one's just an awesome kid. So anyway, okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to the X Games next week too. I'm pretty excited about that. Maggie Voisin, who was one of my children growing up, I'm best friends with her mother, and she's going. She just made the Olympic team, which is rad. So go Maggie, and we're going to go watch her in the X Games stomp it next week. So. Anyway, now I'm moving on to crypto because I've wasted 2 minutes of my 6 minutes. So that's a little bit about me. We've gone through the last couple of days. We went through your lingo. We went through the websites that you're supposed to join up. And hopefully you've kind of done that. Maybe you're not all the way signed up with Coinbase and things yet. But today is, I think it's the 17th of January. But yesterday they called it Bloody Tuesday, so today's Recovering Wednesday, or it's still just going to be bloody. We knew that the bubble or the just sudden interest in crypto where people were piling money in, and it was just ridiculous how things were accumulating and the excitement and the news coverage, and we knew it was going to crash, and it did yesterday. And probably what it's doing is it's crashing, but it was actually getting frustrating for me because I have been studying a lot, since late October, and really trying to make wise investments and investments based on research. And then literally, I just threw in the towel about 2 weeks ago because things that I expected to take 2 years to go to a certain level were going there overnight, and things that I knew they had no value were going through the roof. So anyway, that is kind of settled down. Looks like people kind of got scared off and the markets have kind of come back down. And I'm actually kind of excited about that because now I just feel like it's always going to be the Wild West in crypto, but I feel like I can just sit back. My coins went down, but I bought in at the right time. And certainly I'm above break even, but not as rich as I was 2 days ago, but that's okay because I'm in it for a year. I'm going to journal it for a year and we'll see how we get. So those are things to keep in mind. When you're looking at the coins now, so you've done everything that we talked about the last couple of days. You understand a little bit more. You've probably watched some YouTube videos on Bitcoin and really starting to wrap your head around it. And I told you I'm going to talk about a couple of the guys. I keep searching for more, but I keep falling back on Box Mining with Michael and Bitcoin Mastery. I recommend you take his course. Carter Thomas does a great job. But I'm going to summarize what they're talking about in order to bring you kind of the highlights. So now that I've just chatted away my whole 6 minutes, I think I just wanted to chat today. So when you're looking into coins, that's probably where you are now. You're going to start deciding, well, I've gotten myself some Bitcoin or whatever you bought into Coinbase with, and you want to now go to an exchange, one of the 3 or 4 that you signed up for. The thing about getting on an exchange, I'd probably start with Binance or Bittrex. You want to start with an exchange that has a really high volume. And there's like costs that I mentioned maybe signing up for. That's an up and coming exchange. Not sure that it has the volume that you should be buying your coins on there yet, because you could buy it and transfer it to another exchange, I suppose. But when you buy a coin, you want to be sure you're buying it or selling it on an exchange where there's a lot of volume, because that volume, there just may not be any customers. So you want to be buying the coin, and then if you decide you want to sell the coin, which I also suggest you don't play that game until you have a little bit better feeling of the markets here. And I hopefully will learn that throughout the year. But you buy a coin, let's buy one that has some good science behind it, that has, is at a good price, and then just tuck it away and sit on it for a while. So anyway, Binance or Bittrex, probably perfectly fine for you to start out on. So what Carter Thomas has been talking about after all of this Bloody Tuesday, everything crashing back down 30, 40%. Great time for you to do buy into a few things. So the talk right now is about platforms, and so, or protocols. And the bigger coins, maybe the top 20 or 30 coins that have been around on CoinMarketCap, you can dig into these coins. You can see how long they've been, you can see when they come on the market, you can see how long they've been around. And so by looking at coins that have been around for a while, you also want to look at coins that, maybe they were in development. They may not have been traded, but they've been around for a while. You want to look at coins like, well, let me give the example of somebody that has a platform. So Ether, it's one of the top, it's a number 2 coin. There are ERC20 tokens. These are other companies that have come in and developed. So if you designed an app for the Apple, and then you hosted it on Apple, that's kind of the best way to understand it. So Ether is the big guy, and then below them are other companies that are using their platform to bring their product to market. So there's a lot of companies right now in the top 20 that are trying to do that. It's kind of a struggle. It's kind of a war between all these companies right now. So we've got, this isn't all of them, but we've got Neo, we've got Stratus, we've got Stellar, the ERC20 tokens, Icon, Ryblox. I'm sorry, ERC20 tokens, no, Ether, yes. Icon, Ryblox, IOTA. Those are just an example. These guys are going to be duking it out. They all have a little bit different technology. They all think they have, they are all kind of trying to develop systems that will handle masses of people, because right now, when we had this big boom, the exchanges and Ethereum and other exchanges, they were just shutting down because they couldn't handle the amount of transactions that were coming. So that's the term scaling, and it's the amount of use, and that they have to be able to handle that use. So that's kind of where we are. Those are some good coins, good prices right now to just get in. I would recommend, maybe that's a good place to start. Bitcoin Mastery's episode he mentioned that today as well, but he also, on the episode Hold Your Crypto, Bloody Tuesday, Buyer Psychology. So if you go to his website, you pull that up. That's a good one to listen to. He touched on it again today, but a little more yesterday. So that's going to do it for me today. That's our quick lesson in crypto, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.